about the Pistons too, or
we can talk about the Pistons if you want.
All right, welcome back, everybody. May is officially Chaldean American Month in Michigan, and we are here to celebrate. We're here for it, especially when you bring a spread like this. Absolutely. Joining us to talk about everything's going on in the community, we have Martin Mana, the president of the Chaldean Chamber, and Samira Chola,
yes,
who is a cookbook author and YouTube cooking channel host. And Samira made you made all of this food for us.
Of course, yes, for you guys.
Beautiful.
Yes.
YouTube sensation too, by the way.
Yeah, we should say that,
well over 120,000 subscribers.
25.
Oh, 125,000.
125.
Samira, are you going? But before we talk about what's happening this month, do you want to get started on what you're making here?
Yes, I will be making ras asfour. It's a potato and meatballs stew.
Okay.
Stew is like very common for moms to prepare for daily meals for the family. It's like very popular. Stew and rice, it's like the mainly daily dish. And of course, besides all the other food that we serve for Sunday dinners and for other occasions.
Yeah, and the good hearty comfort food,
yes.
right?
So what I did here, because we have only a few minutes,
yes.
So I have made the meatballs, mix the ground meat with some onion and some spices. We call it baharat. It's a blend of 7 kind of spices.
Oh my goodness.
And it gives you really, really nice flavor to flavor meat, to flavor any other dishes.
Okay.
So I mix those, I form them into balls the size of walnuts. I saute them just to brown on all sides.
Yeah.
And I peel the potatoes. I try to pick the potatoes to be almost the size of the meatballs.
Yeah.
And the onions, it looks much nicer. So I peel the potatoes and I also saute them until brown on all sides. It speed up the cooking process. And I did the same thing for the onion. And now I will prepare the sauce. If I know how
and
to
as you get that started, Martin, tell us about the significance of this month and helping to really further the understanding of the Chaldean American community.
Happens to me every time. Every time.
You got it.
Yeah, so the Chaldean community really defined by faith, family, and food. So it's really great to have Samira here. I mean, I'm getting hungry just looking at this. But Chaldean American Month now is official, signed by the governor, the House, and the Senate passes. So every May in Michigan will be celebrating Chaldean American Month. This is the largest concentration of Chaldeans throughout the world, some 200,000, contributing $18 billion to the economy, a lot of entrepreneurs. And so we have many events throughout the month celebrating the culture, whether it's in school districts, but also the many products and services that are being offered by the community, many through chamber members. Like you'll see, we have Sandiha Wine, which is our board member. They bought a winery in Napa Valley, and you know, if you go back to history, Chaldeans are all the way back to Mesopotamia is where beer started, and wine, and many other things. So great to celebrate the culture and to share just how proud we are as Americans and Michiganders more than anything else.
The Chaldean community, you know, as you mentioned, the largest concentration here in Metro Detroit in the country. What is it about the state of Michigan and this area that brings everybody here?
Yeah, so, you know, we had 1.5 million Chaldeans or Christians in Iraq before the war in 2003, and it's down to about 130,000. If they could come to America, all of them, they would. It's just been a challenge, but Detroit was chosen because of the auto industry, and since then it's really become ground base for the community.
Home base.
It's the largest community. The other communities in America are San Diego. We have some in Chicago, Phoenix, but by far here. And they own many businesses, as I mentioned, and really gregarious community. Really happy to be here.
You said faith, family, and food.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the, let's circle back to the food. Tell us a little bit about it and about what this month people can experience.
Yeah, so we have a big celebration tonight, just experiencing the Chaldean food, the cuisine, Chaldean musicians. That's going on tonight at our community center. We also are installing a Chaldean town marker. So 7 Mile, Detroit used to be historically Chaldean town. Later this month, we'll be installing a historical designation that this is Chaldean town. And then we also have some other events throughout the month. We have some of the local radio stations broadcasting live from our community centers. We're doing things with the children to help them keep the Chaldean historical Aramaic language alive, and other types of events just to network broader with the greater Michigan community.
It's
This
so
is
interesting.
so good, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
what a treat.
Thank you so
Samira,
much.
what do we have going on in there now?
Okay, so what I did is to prepare the sauce, I heated some oil, I added the tomato paste. I like to just like fry it a little bit, 1 to 2 minutes. It will be more concentrated and give you much stronger flavor. And added some tomato sauce, season it with black pepper and salt. And then I put the potatoes first. I let the potatoes cook in the sauce for about 5 to 7 minutes because it takes the longest, and depending on the size also. And then after that, I will add the meatballs and the onions.
Oh, you got
to
it.
the
You don't need
sauce.
any help.
You don't get 125,000 YouTube subscribers by needing help, do you know? No.
And by the way, if you see she's doing it away from her, that way she doesn't spill on her. No
Yes.
splash on the...
Yes. I learned my lesson. I've done it before. So we'll bring all this to a boil, and then we'll cover it and we'll let it cook for about no longer than 7 to 8 minutes, sauteing everything. It speed up the process of cooking almost, and
And then that's the finished product.
That's the finished product. I always presentation to me it's very important.
We can tell.
So,
It's beautiful.
you don't want to just pour it in a like a deep plate.
Egg-roll-looking things.
Yeah, the egg rolls are meat egg rolls. We call them borak. And this is like, again, this is something is used as a snack, as maybe
No, I think I've had
appetizers.
pork in like Croatia.
Okay.
But it's cheesy. It's like a bread.
Yeah,
Is it similar to that?
like even Turkish they call it borak, but it's made completely different.
Okay.
It's made out of a much thinner dough.
Yeah.
We invented everything, and then people copied it.
That's what happens when it's good, right?
This over here looks like...
And this is the stuffed grape
Grape
leaves.
leaves.
Of course, we don't only use grape leaves. We use vegetables to stuff them with. So I use zucchini, peppers, and onions. And that's biryani. It's Iraqi-style biryani. There's so many kinds, like many cuisines, they make biryani. But this is the Iraqi style. So there is like rice and meat and potatoes, almonds, raisins. And these are hard-boiled fried eggs.
They are?
This is beautiful.
Oh, my gosh.
And of course, you can't eat all this without having dessert. So I made walnut baklava for you.
Gotta have dessert.
Nothing like homemade
gotta have
baklava.
dessert.
Nothing like homemade baklava.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.